What is going on, everybody? 2Bob29 back in the lounge yet again. Make sure to kick back, relax, and grab some snacks. It is time for another Prize Wall Eval. The last time is now. Prize Wall Eval. And it is very modern trickster Cena heavy. We have obviously the new John Cena. The last time is now. And we have the You Can't See Me Cena. This review is taking place after WrestleMania, so shout out to John Cena for the match that he had at Mania Night 2. No spoilers. But nevertheless, we're talking about the prize wall here. So it's pretty expensive. $55,000. To me, it's pretty self-explanatory. I feel like there's no rational way that you could have possibly gotten 55,000 prize wall for Cena without either already having Cena or having spent enough money to shard recruit Cena. I literally just 2 minutes before this recording shard recruited Cena myself. And as you can see, I'm still over 20,000 prize wall short. Like I don't know. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe I don't know. I'm just at a loss. So like to me I feel like it's always a miss. It's not like a swing and a miss. It's just always a miss. It's just not rational. It's like a fuse up, if anything. So not worth it there. The You Can't See Me Cena, however, a huge pickup for a lot of players out there. He is not common by any stretch of the imagination. He is on the club for 700K, so I mean, it depends on where you see yourself doing all that. I know what I spent this weekend, and the fact that I'm still over 10K short of him is surprising, to put it kindly, but also kind of not because of how rare he is. I have, the Cenas, so I'm not really worried about myself, but if you were here kind of debating on it, it's really going to depend. I think You Can't See Me Cena is a solid coach. I think he's a good fighter with, the Trapiversary plate, and I've made a couple of videos on him, so feel free to check those out. I think the Last Time Is Now Cena is pretty good, especially with the hot tag ability. I don't really like his purple set. I do not mind his yellow and green set. Personal preference, really, on where you want to go with that if you have that much prize wall, which if you do, congrats to you, and again, most likely you won't be watching my video. That being said, we're on to the Vinny Vegas gear, which I'm bringing home 1,000%. It is the third gear for Big Kev, not expensive whatsoever. Really thrilled to see that because, as you can see, it is the +5 All-MP gear, provided you have the other two. The other two you can get with hangers, so this will be a fun pickup for me. Then there's these straps, which I guess they changed from guarantee 150, and they gave it a range of 100, 130, 150. Even if these were guarantee 150s, I wouldn't do it because it's Modern Trickster, and you probably already have good enough Modern Trickster straps as is. Instead of needing to roll for a chance at a 150, like, this was stupid. There's no nice way to say it. It was stupid. And I don't even know if he has a move damage set up. So, like, for all the times that we have move damage characters, that it's like, when are we getting a move damage strap? This time we didn't really even get a move damage character, and all of a sudden there's a move damage strap. It just seems dumb. The Fury bundle and the Takedown bundle, as you'll notice, both of these have the move defense and gem damage medals. The move defense is always going to be all move defense. The gem damage has a chance of rolling a specific color gem damage or the all gem damage. So probably we'll go ahead and take a tier 6 Fury 3 bundle. But I'm not 100% sold on that just yet. There's the tier 6 metal chest. Obviously, you have a chance at getting one of the 4 for any of the 3 rarities or any of the 3 possible sets. So not bad, especially for only 2K. Not bad. Back to the Modern Trickster strap comment. there's a gem and move, 100 and 130 and 150. So, I'm not really like sold on that. That is what it is. The Ultimate Affiliation Strap, this is a guarantee of 2, but you have to roll into the class and roll into the era. You'll notice there's no Hall of Fame or IOW here on this one. However, on the slightly more expensive one, there is both Hall of Fame and Icons of WrestleMania era at the very bottom here. So every single era in the game is included, and this has a very, very slim chance to be an Affiliation 4 strap. So not too shabby that they're making those available. Lots of shards going around. Kind of a huge shard amount for Powerhouse Cody. I know he's a 5,000 recruit, but not too bad there. He's a very good character. If you don't have better powerhouses, he's solid. He's a good Cody requirement. Not someone that I use anymore because he causes my game to lag, so that is what it is. That's a personal gripe that I have. Punk shards to me seem wildly overpriced. Like, wildly overpriced. But, he's best PG in the game for sure. I can't rationalize getting those shards. OTC shards, pretty nice, 8,700 for 100. Limit 3, so you can get 300 shards, provided you have 26,000 prize walls. Not horrible, not great. Seth freaking Rollins shards, still very expensive. It feels like they're walling him off inevitably forever. So that's kind of upsetting. But good trainer, solid fighter. Charlotte Flair, bow down to the queen. Tech Charlotte, still one of the top tier technician females in the game. Just slow animations and all that jazz, but great shard count, great price tag. Jey Uso Yeet, this is interesting to me. It looks like they didn't want to make 100 available, but they only made 50 available. But they made it a little bit more expensive than Roman in terms of, like, if you wanted 100 shards of Roman versus 100 shards of Yeet. But, I mean, Yeet's great. Literally fantastic. King General Gunther, he's very solid as a fighter. Very, very good. Not really sold on him as a trainer, so not really, worried about that. And then Braun Breaker. I mean, this is insane. Limit 5, 300 shards. That's 1,500 shards. So there should be no reason people don't have Braun Breaker after these past couple of weekends. He's been very readily available on the walls. These LA Knight shards are insanely overpriced. If you want to compare OTC shards to LA Knight shards, like, why the hell is this 13,000? I feel like this should have been 1,300, and they accidentally put 13,000. This makes no sense to me. He's arguably the worst character on this wall, and he is that overpriced is wild. I mean, I'm looking at this wall again. Yeah, I mean, I would have a hard time thinking that anybody on this wall was worse than him. So I feel like this is supposed to be 1,300, and they accidentally put an extra 0 in here, and there's not enough people complaining about this. I don't know. This feels like a wild miss. Jacob Fatu shards, crazy price tag. Jacob Fatu, one of the top characters in the game, period. Forget acrobats, just top characters. So insane to see 1,500 shards on sale for essentially 16,000 prize wall. That's like an immediate gimme. Jade Cargill's good, but again, I would use her as a CSS and nothing more. I feel like there's better showboats out there in the game. Doesn't mean that if you're using her that it's wrong or that it's bad. I wouldn't go out of my way to use her. And the price tag on that is a little insane to me. Dusty Rhodes, Devon, Chelsea. I mean, all these characters feel like they're CSS. Devon's a good reality era character if you don't have Regal or Bubba. The other two kind of just blend in, to be honest with you. Dusty's just another tech. Chelsea's just another modern era trickster. Mainly CSS. And then cleanup stuff, right? You got strap parts, star fragments, some trickster tokens since Cena's a trickster, some 6-star silver tokens, and coins. Very standard cleanup crew stuff. So, not like a crazy good or bad prize wall. For me, this is lackluster because there's no way in getting this much without already getting the Cena. I already have You Can't See Me Cena, so I'm not spending insano money to get him. And I think I might even just say screw it and take them off the club instead, personally. These straps are absolutely horrible to me that I have to roll and spend this much. Vinny Vegas gear is awesome. I'll definitely be getting that. The Fury bundle, the Takedown bundle, I would not get the Takedown. I might get the Fury, the Tier 6 medal. Like, that's cool and all. You know, it's cool to know that there's some guaranteed Tier 6 medals. The fact that I can get those out of the armory loot on the month kind of detracts from me wanting to spend on this here. Same thing with the affiliation straps, but this is a guarantee at the affiliation strap where I got to roll into this instead of just not hitting one at all. Shard counts are shard counts, not really bothered. Cleanup is cleanup, not really bothered. Also, not to forget, wherever your faction places in the leaderboards here will amount in some extra prize walls. So up to the 200th place faction, you will get an additional 250, and first place gets another 6,500. So keep that in mind when you are going for your prize wall spend. So for me, I'm expecting my faction payout to essentially get me this Vinny Vegas gear. So I'm going to go ahead and get it now myself. Super thrilled to have that on board. I can expect like another, let's just say $5,000 from my faction payout. So that essentially was give or take free for me based on how well the faction has done. Still at around 30-ish thousand left. And I'm kind of debating where I want to go with this, right? Nothing below here is anything that I would be concerned about. It's really all in this section, right? So it's, do I take the guaranteed Fury bundle where I possibly roll a gem damage? Do I take the T6 medals? Do I take the ultimate random affiliation strap? That's kind of where my mentality is. And so I'm looking at it, it's like I have 29, maybe 34,000, give or take. So I think I can get away with taking all the affiliation straps, and then I can debate if I want to get the Tier 6 Fury bundle or not, because that's the only thing that I would really be spending the prize wall on anyway. So I think for argument's sake of the video, to kind of make it go just a little bit quicker, I'm going to go ahead and take 3 of these affiliation straps. And I will most likely get this Fury bundle and hope that I get the all gem damage medal here. But for terms of, you know, for the science, for the research and all that stuff, let's see if we get any 4s. Let's see if we get any icons of WrestleMania straps. So there's one. That is an Attitude Striker. That is not helpful. Here's 2. Here's a Legend Showboat, also not helpful. And here is 3, that is an Attitude Powerhouse. So all of them really not good there. No IOWs is mainly what I was looking for. Let's see if any of them are 4s. I don't figure that they will be. That was a 2, that was a 2, and that was a 2. So there you have it. Those are all 2-piece affiliations. I wasn't really expecting anything out of that, but was hoping for sure. When the 5,000-ish comes in from the faction, like I was saying, I'll most likely go ahead, hit the Tier 6 Fury 3 bundle, and probably get 1 or 2, depending on however much left over of the Tier 6 metal chest that I got. There's really nothing else on this prize wall that's worth me getting. So that's it. The last time is now prize wall. There you go. That is the eval. That is the prize wall. That is the video. So if you like the video, make sure to like the video. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. Share with all your friends that want to know what they should do with their weekend prize wall medallions. And leave some comments below, y'all. I do my best to answer each and every last one of them. Let me know what it is that you got off of the prize wall. But until next time, everybody. Have a good one.